independence is priceless. It's just people that have never had it don't even understand.
If you really believe in yourself and you work hard at it, you'll achieve it.
Like content is like currency. It's the thing that makes money forever and ever.
Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and this channel is designed to be a part of your daily success routine. So let's get your motivation to a 10 and get you believing in you. Grab a snack and chew on today's lessons from a man who went from hustling as a young kid selling newspapers so that he could buy sneakers and t-shirts to becoming a successful entrepreneur and co-founder of Roc-A-Fella Records. He's Damon Dash, and here's my take on his top 10 rules of success, volume 4. Also, if you want to know what Damon Dash and other successful entrepreneurs have to say about building unstoppable confidence, check out my 254 Confidence series, where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you a morning video for free to help you build your confidence. The link to join is in the description below.
You know, and the one thing you have to really never do is compare yourself to other people.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing you can't do is judge your success to someone else's.
Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Be independent.
Independence is priceless. It's just people that have never had it don't even understand. And I don't even expect them to, you know. And independence means usually putting up your own dough. You have to put up your own money. That's independence. If someone else is putting up the money, that's dependence. You understand what I'm saying? Now you gotta move when they say move. You have to ask. You have to be nice. You have to laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You know what I mean? You have to be around a racist and let them say little things, little cute things. A nerd square that wouldn't survive in the street. And independence is like being, like, let me tell you the perspective of someone that's independent. If there's like a wild dog and he has to literally eat the food he kills, he cannot eat unless he kills something that day. And then there's a dog that's tamed. He lives in a house, but he has 3 square meals a day. He got to do tricks. He gets petted. He gets kicked out. He gets beat. He got to get walked. He walks on a leash. When that dog comes in the room with the wild dog is laughing. He doesn't care that you're in a mansion. He doesn't care that you eat steak every day. He still thinks you're a herb. He knows he can take from you because he knows he has to kill every day to eat. You know what I mean? And that's a confidence. That's a rock star. And that's the one thing that I know I will never give up. You know, the ability to be that. Like, I laugh at anyone that's a caged dog, you know, walked on a leash, told when to eat, and does tricks and rolls over for a check.
Rule number 2, embrace pain.
Why is it so hard to bet on yourself for a lot of people? Like, what's the hard? Why is that so hard for people to do? To put up their own money and bet on themselves? When they see it really works out eventually.
Because when you put up your money, that's a struggle. And a lot of people don't just want to walk into a struggle. You know, it's like some people don't, even though they could fight, they're not really, you know, have the discipline to go to training camp and really focus and see it through. And like, they don't want to walk into the struggle to win. You have to want to win means you have to embrace pain. You have to embrace struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know that nothing's going to be easy in order to be the best at it in the world. You have to do it and push yourself where most people won't. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be up for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you up for it, you could do it. But not everybody's up for it. Yeah. Not everybody really, conceptually they want it, but do they want the pain it takes to go get it?
Right.
And I have a lot, like, there's people that there's things about them I don't like, but I respect the fact that they're going to fight to get what they want. The fight. And regardless of whether our perspective is different or not, that fight, every time, whether it's wrong or right, the person that fights the hardest wins. You really ultimately know that if you really believe in yourself and you work hard at it, you'll achieve it. The question is, am I ready to work so hard that I'm better than everyone else? You understand what I'm saying? And you have to answer that question within yourself. Am I ready to embrace all the pain that nobody else wants to embrace?
Yeah.
Am I ready to really work harder and do it so much that I'm better at it than everyone that does it?
Yeah.
It's really about the work ethic, really. It's a professional work ethic. You can't just be good at something. You have to be able to see things through and do the things that you don't enjoy. It's not really about the things that you enjoy. That's the easy part. It's the things you don't enjoy. That's the things that people usually shut down about. They just don't like it. Yeah. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's a failure.
Rule number 3, be the plug, not the customer.
What I do is I'm a businessman, right? In any business, the more crowded it is, the harder it is to do it. So I never want to hustle on a crowded block. So regardless of what, I'm always looking to do something that nobody's doing. So all I was looking at was what's the next wave logically. It was just logically, I was paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So once I realized it, I was like, it's the internet? This freedom was ridiculous. And plus, like, it was like, damn, if I know how to make this myself, like, content is like currency. It's the thing that makes money forever and ever. It's like when somebody smokes a joint, the weed is gone. You got to grow more weed. When somebody looks at something, you could pay over and over again to see it, and you ain't got to keep making it. I just look at what people pay for and do it myself. I'm the plug. I'm never a customer. Do it yourself and leverage your own celebrity.
Right.
So instead of letting somebody else make it, we make it, and then we don't have to pay for the marketing. It's easy. So now that I'm a brand for doing that, I can now completely invest in myself. But there's two games. One is making good work, and one is leveraging celebrity.
Right.
The good work, you ain't got to move. Good work, they find you. You ain't even got to promote your destination. When you ain't doing too good, that's when there's the overcompensation. You start hitting red carpets every day and doing other to distract the fact that you have no talent. You understand what I'm saying? Confidence and not giving a it makes you so lean.
Are you gonna really be wealthy? Meaning, are you gonna be happy or are you gonna look happy?
Like a real artist is someone that's damn near obsessed with it. Like a painter should be painting 8 hours a day.
Rule number 4, be confident.
Confidence and not giving a it makes you so lean. Like the don't give a factor, that makes it where you don't care what people think. You never feel like you're being judged. You never want to be a part of a crowd, and you just you're just fearless about the way you feel about things, and then also you got swag. You just do what you want regardless of what people think, and it feels good.
Rule number 5, find real wealth.
But it's tough, man. It's tough,
What's tough?
Initially, well, when you're brand new to independence,
it's a mind state.
Yeah, it's a mind state. It's a tough mind state.
It depends on what you value as wealth.
Right.
Like if you value your freedom and your happiness as ultimate wealth, or if you value perception and physical things as ultimate wealth, you're either gonna physical things is temporary, so you're gonna hustle for the temporary, or you're gonna hustle for the forever. Your soul is forever.
Absolutely.
You don't want to cash that out. You know what I'm saying? For temporary things, for physical shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's the ultimate test. It's like, are you gonna really be wealthy? Meaning, are you gonna be happy or are you gonna look happy? You understand? You're gonna worry about how people see you and buying physical things that make you look better than you are, or do you really want to really feel good?
Rule number 6, be obsessed with your craft.
How do you want to make money?
I just want to.
This is what I do, right? Take yourself to 5 years. Where do you want to be in 5 years? See, the thing about it is, to shoot a movie, you need a script, right? You can't just freestyle it. You can't say, I want to say this or kind of like that. You got to be very direct. And then you put all your energy to what you want. You visualize it, and then it has to happen.
I'm a filmmaker, so
you want to make movies?
Yeah, I want to make. I mean, I've done that, but I want to do it to where I don't have to worry about a regular job. Yeah.
This is the way I would do it. So I would make as many short films as I can, just so people can start seeing that you're good. I would star in the movie if I want to be in it or in the short film. Like a real artist is someone that's damn near obsessed with it. Like a painter should be painting 8 hours a day. A band should be rehearsing 8 hours a day. If you're a businessman, you should be doing your business 8 hours a day. So if you're focused on something and you're doing it 8 hours a day, then you're doing it at a professional level, but you got to know what you focused on, and then you can take things into your own control. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy. Expect pain, expect anxiety, expect everything to go wrong, and just be cool. Breathe easy, and then just see it out. Because a lot of people start but don't finish when things don't happen the way. It's never going to happen the way you want it to happen, ever. And if it does, do not trust it. It's the devil. It's important to do things that are positive.
Loyalty is not convenient. You can't just be loyal when it's like easy.
Rule number 7, do positive things.
There were so many amazing talented performers that came out of New York in the late 80s and the early 90s. Mary J, Biggie, Jay-Z, The Firm, Wu-Tang, and you were like a big part of that. Did you realize at the time how big that movement was going to be, and then what it was going to mean for the rest of the world and the rest of the music scene?
Yeah, I did.
You could feel it at the time?
Yeah. I knew that. That's why I was the person that was documenting everything, because I knew everything I was doing in that moment was legendary. So the way I would look at it would be like, damn, could you imagine if you had Jimi Hendrix and David Bowie and John Lennon before they cracked, or Mick Jagger in like a studio or just kicking it before they got famous, and then imagine when they did. So because I was so confident in everything I was doing and all the people around me, I knew that what we were doing would probably set the stage for history. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think anybody was cooler than us, and I knew it actually, and it turned out I was right. In Harlem, I'm from Harlem. We had a crew called the Best Out, and we used to throw parties. And at the Cotton Club, we had Kick the Pre-DJ, and we used to make T-shirts, and we had our names on them, and we used to have basketball games. And a lot of people tried to do what we were doing. We were emulated. Like, I remember when we were throwing our basketball games, it would be like us, the Best Out versus Kev Chow's crew. They were called Boss, and it was crazy at the Gaucho Gym. And then the next thing I would see Puff do a basketball thing, but it ended up being tragic. But I knew that he was influenced by what we was doing. So I've always seen how my influence has been on the rest of the world from day one. And it still is like that. People still, take what I do and they're influenced by it. That's why I think at this point in my life, at 46, it's important to do things that are positive. So if people are going to emulate what I'm doing, they're emulating something positive, like eating healthy, like taking care of yourself, like being good to women and taking care of your woman, being a good dad, like loving your children. Like, to me, that's ultimate wealth.
Rule number 8, be loyal and respectful.
Loyalty is not convenient. If you can't just be loyal when it's like easy.
Convenient.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if there's a bag of money, but you got to do the wrong thing and be disloyal to somebody where you walk it. Oh, I don't
robbing friends.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And just so sometimes respect to me guides you and protects you from everything. If you lead with respect on anything, the right things will happen. You understand? I've never seen respect put anyone in harm's way. I've only seen respect always protect you. And then also, the ultimate test is always like to disrespect the people you love to get something physical, like some bread. You understand what I'm saying? That's the test. You know what I mean? And tests aren't meant to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what my test would always be. It would be like, am I going to play my culture or am I going to get that dollar? You know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't do it. Am I going to play my family?
As many times I'm sure you could have played the culture.
All the time. Yeah. All the time. That was my problem with the music business because it was such a disloyalty to my culture to exploit it the way it was being exploited and letting other cultures exploit it and not saying nothing and being like it's all right just because I'm making money. So just because I'm all right makes it, because I fought through it, it still didn't make it all right to just sit there and watch them rob the rest of the culture to me. That's why I always fought for it. You know what I mean? There was like guilt with it always. You know what I mean? Just being around people I didn't want to be around.
When people make me the underdog, it's funny because they don't understand what the game I'm playing. The minute I had daughters, I was like, I gotta change everything.
Rule number 9, approach things differently.
When people make me the underdog, it's funny because they don't understand what the game I'm playing. Just because I'm not playing your game, or just because I'm not moving at the pace you're moving, it don't mean I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Your win ain't the same win as mine. And it's never been. Like what I've always, like when someone thought a record deal was dope, I was like a label deal. You understand? Like you got a record deal, you should have a label deal. You might have a TV show, you should have a network. That's just how I think. I have boss thoughts. I'm always thinking boss. I don't know what
chapter right there. Boss thoughts.
I don't calm down.
Yes.
I don't know any other. I don't know any other language but boss language. You know what I'm saying? So when people don't talk in boss to me, I don't know what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
It's a language.
There's approach.
It's a language.
Like people approach things like bosses, and people approach things like workers. A lot of people don't want to be bosses because there's so much responsibility that come with it. Yeah. You understand? They're scared of it, and I always say that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But a boss only can think about it in boss terms. So if somebody says they want to get in business, some people might say, oh, I need somebody to give me a job. That's not a boss thought.
Right.
A boss says, if I want to get in business, my thought is, if I want to get in business, I'm going to create the business. I'm going to buy the business. You understand what I'm saying? Then I'm going to do the business, but I'm not trying to be hired. Right. My approach is always going to be bossy. Someone that's not used to being a boss, his thought process ain't bossy. He don't have boss thoughts.
Fluent boss.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, fluent and boss. And if you don't talk to me in boss, I don't understand what you're saying. For real.
Be like that.
And people will think you're an asshole because they're like, no, that's not how I approach things.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not celebrating that. That you got a job.
Your boss talk is like, I speak that.
Yeah.
I speak that language.
You can tell when somebody else talks boss.
Yeah.
Just by their approach on things. And someone that talks boss doesn't speak any other language. I only talk boss.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is put family first.
The minute I had daughters, I was like, I gotta change everything. I can't do anything to a girl that I don't want another man to do to my daughter.
So that was a real turning point for you.
The daughters for sure. My daughters changed my life. When my second daughter, Tallulah, was born, I decided to quit everything to make sure that anything I did, I put her first, not the business. See, before it was like business first because I got to pay for the kids, but it's like if you're not there to spend the money with your kids, it really doesn't matter. They need you and your company. So, and I saw all the things I was missing. So, you know, what do you think I'd rather do? Be on a yacht pouring champagne or a girl, or taking my daughter to get a cupcake? It's nothing better than taking your daughter to get a cupcake. You know, there's nothing better than watching your baby smile. You know, so it's true. You know, but it's like seems obvious, but you know, Lotto is really like energy. It's love. It's not like physical money, which really doesn't mean anything. It's just how good you make someone feel. It's how good your woman feels, how good your children feel. Like you have as much money as you know, billions of dollars, but if you're unhappy and you're lonely, you broke. If your kids are unhappy, you broke. You know, if your woman's unhappy, you broke.
Now, I've got a really special bonus clip from Damon Dash on how to play the game right that I think you're going to really enjoy. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing question. It's time to move from just watching another video to actually taking action in your life or your business. And if you're feeling bold, answer these questions in the comments below. Here we go. Question number 1. What pain do you need to embrace right now? Number 2. How can you be the plug instead of the customer? And number 3, what part of your craft are you obsessed with?
There's a lot of people that think that the only way you can make it, especially in our business, the entertainment industry, that, you know, you can't be an honorable, honest, hardworking person. You've got to be willing to do whatever it takes, regardless of how you compromise your own ethics, to get to wherever it is you want to get. And I've never believed that. And it doesn't sound like you believe it either.
Nah, you know, I don't consider that a win. I consider that cheating, and I can't live with myself if I don't play the game right. But other people don't. Like, you go into different cultures, and especially in business, it's like, yo, you got to win any way you can. If somebody's slipping and you don't take advantage of it, you're dishonoring your family. Like, I've been in cultures like that, you know, where lying is okay for the business. You know, you're supposed to do that or else you're a sucker. So, you know, it's just a matter of perspective and the cloth you're cut from. And, you know, it's a rougher world when everyone is cheating and you're playing the game right. You know, it's a tough world. But at the end of the day, it's worth it because, you know, there's nothing more valuable than your soul, your integrity, your freedom, you know, just being proud of yourself. I just don't feel like, you know, when you can't call yourself a winner if you're cheating, you know, you're a cheater. You know, that's just how I feel. And you might not get caught in human form, but God will get you. You can't hide from God. Or whatever the supreme being is.
So let me give you the one-word secret to happiness. One word. This is all you need to be happy.
It's the most important word ever.
If you had to think of one word that's most important to you or that sums you up or that would be kind of like a little beacon.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.